Hey guys, I'm back here, DIY and today I'm holding a tiny sensor which is known as MLX90614. This is a temperature contactless sensor that I will be making for this particular do-it-yourself project, and the objective is to come up with a thermal scanner, a non-contact or contactless thermal scanner that will be used to measure temperature every now and then. So join me as I embark on this project. Hey guys, I'm back here, and I'm still working here on our do-it-yourself thermal scanner. It's a non-contact temperature scanner that works by just moving your hand close to our MLX90614 module, and within a distance of few centimeters away from that, it should be able to detect the body temperature. So this guy right here is actually our MLX90614 module, and like I said, it's a contactless. You don't need to touch it. You can just move your hand real quick like this, and it should be able to capture the temperature, body temperature right here. So the way we do it here, as you can see, obviously the circuit are not yet completed. I'm just working on a breadboard, and so far I think this is pretty much it. What we have here is, of course, our sensor module that will send feedback or the displayed output right here to the LCD screen. So this will show you the temperature that's being captured by this sensor. And apart from that, we also have other components here that I just want to highlight real quick. We have here a couple of LEDs right here, red and green. Okay, the green will light on or turn on whenever we have detecting a normal body temperature, which means that anything within 37.7, the green LED will turn on. Now, if you had a body temperature more than the normal, which is 37.7, so if you have 37.8 or higher than that, then the red LED will turn on. And there's also a buzzer, a small buzzer right here that will help activate a sound if where's the buzzer? Okay, so the buzzer is right here. Okay, this buzzer is actually activate whenever we measured a body temperature within the sensing limit. So let me show you real quick how it works. So again, if this is the sensor module, I'm just gonna move my hand as close as possible, but I don't need to touch it, and you can see here that it will display the temperature right here. So now it's showing standby because it is not measuring anything. So as I move my hand, please try to note the LCD right here. It will display, this will display my body temperature. So let's do it. So it's 35.6. So let me just move closer. So it's 36.9. So this is fairly accurate because I compared it with our thermal scanner with our thermometer, and pretty much they have the same temperature being given. So yeah, so this wiring here I think is good to go. The next thing I want to do here is just put it in a pretty nice enclosure and tie up the cables, and we're good to go. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Alright, so we get our non-contact temperature scanner now placed in an enclosure right here, and as you can see, a lot of wires are actually sitting here at the back, and they are connected to different components. But one of the major component that we have here is, of course, our Arduino Nano, which is kind of like the brain responsible for processing all the requests or the commands that we had in our sketch or in our program that tells exactly what needs to be done here for our temperature scanner, on contactless temperature scanner. So yeah, so we have here, of course, our sensor right here. This is our buzzer, okay, and we got a couple of LEDs. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's sitting right beside the sensor, and of course the LCD screen, which is attached here, okay, and the two LEDs are actually right here, green and red, and we have here the potentiometer, okay. This is kind of like if we need to adjust, the brightness or the screen, the LCD of the screen right here. And of course, this is our temperature sensor, where you have to move your hand close to that like this to be able to measure your body temperature. And of course, all the wire here, I just kind of extend it outside, because if there's a need to troubleshoot, it will be very easy for me to just work on it from outside. And if I need to replace some connections or wires, then I can just easily do it. And of course, I am done with this piece. The other part of that would be the battery connections, where I will be having a TP4056 charging module, and I want to have a a 5-volt USB booster as well, and that would connect to the input of our Arduino Nano via USB. And once we have it, I think we're pretty much it. We'll put it in this enclosure, sealed it, and then of course our solar panel, a 6-volt solar panel, will be connected to provide a charging for our temperature, non-contact temperature scanner. Okay, so yeah, so we'll come back to you once we have everything assembled. Alright guys, we're back here, and now everything has been placed right here inside our enclosure. And as you can see, this is the front side. We get a LCD which will display the temperature being read, and of course our right here on top is our MLX90614 contactless sensor, and a couple of LEDs there, LEDs, and potentiometer to adjust the dimmer of our LCD screen. Of course, these are all those connections that goes to the LCD and back to the Arduino. And over here on this side is the switch where we can turn on and off. So if I turn the switch on, it will turn on our non-contact thermometer scanner. Okay, so right now it says hand near hole, which means we have to make or put our hand close to that hole to be able to detect our body temperature. And now it says in standby mode because it's not getting or detecting any body temperature as of the moment. And right here is our input port to charge the batteries. So what you can see here, what you guys are seeing, is actually the input port of our TP4056 Type C charging module. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. So the idea here is that, if you have your temperature, if you have this right here, all you have to do is just kind of like move your hand to the sensor. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna move my hand and see what happens. So I get 37.3, that's my body temperature. And as you can see, the moment it detects my temperature, and if that's within the normal body temperature, which is not more than 37.7, this green LED will turn on, and you'll get here an OK status as well. And the buzzer will be short and low. Now, if you're getting a high body temperature, let's say 38 or higher than that, you get your LED red LED lighting up, and then you got a high status right here on the LCD, and the buzzer will be long and high. So yeah, so I think we're done with this one. And what I'll be including in this video is actually a interconnection diagram on how I wired everything. And of course, since I'm using Arduino, I'm gonna include the sketch. Again, the sketch is kind of like a program that basically controls and execute whatever whatever I want this device to perform. And basically that's to measure body temperature. So yeah, so I think that's about it. And if you like this video, please thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't done so, and stay tuned for more DIY videos. Stay safe.